That night, Iodine drove my daughter to the airport for what Iodine idea Washington, just another work trip. Everything looked convention until my grandson, World Health Organization below 7 old age old, catch my hand tightly. His eyes, wide with panic, freeze main inch place. With angstrom shaking voice, Helium whispered, "Grandma, don't Lushkari Tiba United States go back to the house. Iodine hear Ma planning something against United States this morning." Please believe me, inch that instant, something inside main broke. Without request any questions, Iodine get down the car and flee with him into the dark night. Merely earlier we continue. Brand certain you're already subscribed to the channel and right inch the remark where your observation this video from. We love to know how Army for the Liberation of Rwanda our narrative are traveling. My name be Arabinum. Iodine Amaritium 70 old age old, and until that night, Iodine idea Iodine know my daughter Candace like the back of my hand. Iodine populate with her and my grandson Devon ever since the death of my son-in-law Reggie 3 old age ago. Information technology Washington angstrom car accident that left deep scar on all of us, particularly on little Devon. World Health Organization our angle since become associate in nursing highly observant and lol child. That Thursday, we drove Candace to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport for angstrom business trip to Chicago. She's angstrom selling director Astatine Angstrom large firm and travel frequently. We arrive early. The terminal Washington relatively empty, and the frigid blast of the air conditioning make Maine hug my thin coat closer to my body. It'll loan beryllium 3 days, mama. Candace smile arsenic she adjust her carry-on bag. Return good care of Devon, and don't forget his medication. Devon, standing beside me, sees his dinosaur backpack tightly, observation his mother with intense eyes. He's never be angstrom male child. Of many words, merely that night Helium Washington evening quiet than usual. Everything volition beryllium fine, my love. We always brand information technology work, don't we, Devon? Iodine try to include my grandson inch the conversation, merely Helium just nods silently. Candace crouched down inch front of her son and smoothed the hair fall over his eyes. Beryllium good for grandma. Go, mama. All beryllium back soon. She snog him on the brow and Devon stay still like angstrom small statue. Iodine watch my daughter with angstrom swelling heart. Contempt the hardships, she have become angstrom strong, mugwump woman. After lose her husband, she throw herself into work with evening greater determination, possibly arsenic angstrom manner to escape the pain. Iodine admire her resilience, evening if Iodine detect angstrom certain emotional distance growth between us. I rich person to go, she said, check her watch. Boarding start inch 1/2 associate in nursing hour. We share angstrom. Brief hug, angstrom mechanical embrace without much warmth, something that have become park between United States lately. She snog Maine on the cheek, catch her bag, and walk toward the gate. We watch her silhouette move away until she disappear into the crowd. Let's go, Devon. It's acquiring late, Iodine said, pickings my grandson's hand. We walked down the terminal corridor toward the parking garage. Devon didn't say angstrom single word the whole way. His silence didn't concern me. Information technology Washington just his way. Since his father's accident, Helium communicate more with expression and gesture than with words. The parking garage Washington ailing lit. Lone angstrom few yellow lamp cast amorphous shadow on the concrete floor. Few car be park Astatine this hour. Iodine pressed the alarm button and the light of our old harass Impala blinked. Iodine get down walk toward the car, gently pull Devon by the hand. That's when iodine felt it, angstrom strong, about violent pull. Devon have stopped suddenly and Washington gripped my wrist with such force that his small fingernail left marks on my purse skin. Iodine turned about confused. What be it, sweetie? Iodine asked, bending down to his level. Devon's face Washington picket below the yellow light of the pole. His eyes, always watchful, be now wide with pure terror. Iodine have never seen such associate in nursing expression on his little face. Angstrom chill run down my spine. Grandma, helium whispers soul softly that iodine have to tilt inch to hear. Don't lush curry Taiba United States go back to the house. Please believe me, iodine stand there confused, thinking possibly helium Washington afraid of the empty house without his mother. Don't worry, my love. We'll beryllium fine. Just the two of United States for angstrom few days. Helium shook his head vigorously, gripped my wrist evening harder. No, Grandma. Don't go back to the house, Helium repeated, his voice now cracking. This morning iodine hear Ma on the telephone inched the home office. She Washington talk about us. My heart pounded. What make you hear, Devon? Helium swallowed, his lip shaking slightly. Helium lean inch evening closer to my ear. Ma stayed after we hide asleep that everything Washington ready. She said, make certain there are no mistakes. The gas hour angle to expression like associate in nursing accidental leak. My blood freeze inch my veins. Iodine stand paralyzed, gaze astatine those innocent eyes that now transport the weight of angstrom awful secret. Please, Grandma. His voice Washington angstrom rickety thread. Believe Maine this time. That stopping point sentence hit Maine like angstrom slap. Iodine remember other times Devon have tried to warn me. When helium state helium proverb his mother concealment document inch the office. When helium mentioned she have spent all night mess with the kitchen pipes. Iodine have always idea they be just narrative from angstrom child try to get attention. My hands get down shaking. Iodine didn't privation to believe it. Information technology Washington impossible that Candace, my own daughter, could beryllium plot to killing us. Merely the panic inched Devon's eyes Washington excessively real. Okay, baby, Iodine whispered, stroke his picket cheek. I believe you. We're not departure home tonight. The relief inch his gaze Washington immediate and soul profound that information technology chase away any Terrian's doubt iodine might rich person had. Helium knew. Somehow this 7-year-old child have uncover angstrom hideous plan. Iodine stand up on rickety legs. My mind raced. If what Devon Washington saying Washington true, we couldn't just go to Angstrom Hotel Oregon Angstrom friend's house. Candace could trace the recognition card. She could call everyone we knew. Iodine get into the car with Devon, help him buckle his seatbelt, and Saturday buttocks the wheel. My hands be shaking so badly Iodine could barely get the key into the ignition. Where are we going? Grandma? Devon asked, his small voice breakage the tense silence. Iodine have no idea. Iodine look inch the rearview mirror astatine his worry little face and try to sound confident. We're departure somewhere safe, sweetie. Iodine just need to think for angstrom minute. Iodine get down the engine and slowly back out of the parking spot. We necessitate time. We necessitate angstrom plan. And above all, we necessitate to discovery out why my own daughter desire United States dead. Iodine drove for about associate in nursing hour with no clear destination, just acquiring Foster away from our house. Devon hide asleep inch the back seat, get the better of by emotional exhaustion. Iodine occasionally glance astatine him inch the mirror, His face calm inch contrast to the panic Helium have show inch the parking garage. How could Angstrom child soul small bear such Angstrom heavy secret? Arsenic iodine drove down the increasingly abandoned city streets, my mind work frantically, try to connect the dots. Candace have changed in Holocene months. That Washington undeniable. More distant, more impatient, always lock inch the home office, devising call inch hush tones. Iodine have impute everything to grief, work stress, and the pressure of being Angstrom's single mother. Merely now, remember every detail, every strange look, every interrupt conversation when iodine walk into the room, Angstrom baleful form get down to form. Iodine stop the car Astatine Angstrom 24-hour gas station on the outskirts of the city. We necessitate Angstrom plan, and iodine necessitate to think clearly. Iodine buy Angstrom watery cup of coffee from the convenience shop and return to the car, observation Devon, World Health Organization Washington still asleep. That's when my cell telephone vibrate inch my coat pocket. Candace's name literature up the screen. My heart leapt. Her flight should rich person take murder hours ago. Why Washington she calling? With shaking hands, Iodine answered, hello. Hey, mama. Candace's voice sound queerly calm. Where are you? You should rich person be home associate in nursing hour ago, Angstrom tremble run down my back. How make she know we weren't home? Oh, we decide to stop for dinner, Iodine lied, try to support my voice steady. Devon Washington hungry. Angstrom silence on the other end. I see. And where are you have dinner? Astatine that restaurant approach the shopping center, Iodine answer vaguely. Shouldn't you beryllium on the plane? There Washington Angstrom problem with the flight, she state quickly. Information technology Washington reschedule for early tomorrow. I'm heading back home now. Iodine froze. That make no sense. Candace always check flight agenda meticulously. She would never lush curry Taiba associate in nursing unexpected event like that happen. Oh, what Angstrom shame, Iodine replied, try to sound natural. Well, we'll see you Astatine home later then. Yes, of course, she said, her voice suddenly sweet. Don't concern about rushing. Enjoy your dinner. Iodine just desire to brand certain you be okay, Iodine hang up and gaze Astatine the phone. Information technology Washington Angstrom trap. She Washington check to see if we have calculate anything out. Possibly she have camera Astatine the house. Possibly she recognized Devon have catch her that morning. Devon stir inch the back seat, slowly opening his eyes. Washington that mama? Helium asked with Angstrom shrewdness that frightened me. Iodine nodded, unable to hide the truth from those perceptive eyes. She state the flight Washington cancelled. She's approached back home. Devon's eyes widen inch terror. She knows, Grandma. She know we found out. Iodine take Angstrom deep breath, try to control the tremor inch my hands. Devon, Iodine need you to tell Maine precisely what you hear this morning. Everything. Every single detail. Helium Saturday up straight, smooth his purse t-shirt. Helium look much aged than his 7 old age arsenic Helium get. Down to speak. Ma wake up truly early. Iodine hear her inch the hallway and idea she Washington devising breakfast. Merely she travel to the office and close the door. Helium hesitated, looked down. Iodine no Iodine shouldn't have. Merely Iodine travel over there and listen buttocks the door. It's okay, sweetie. Support going. She Washington talk truly low, merely Iodine pull off to hear. She said, yes, they'll beryllium alone. 3 days be enough time for information technology to expression like associate in nursing accident. The gas leak during the night while they sleep, cipher volition suspect. Devon paused. Pickings Engstrom deep breath and then state something about document and insurance money. She said, once they're out of the way, iodine can finally entree everything. Engstrom tremble run down my body. Insurance papers. Suddenly, everything get down to brand sense. 6 calendar month ago, my late husband Reggie have left the document for Engstrom's significant life insurance policy. Candace know that iodine Washington the primary beneficiary with particular clause that assign Engstrom considerable part to Devon, which helium could loan entree when helium turned 21. Candace Washington the fund administrator, merely she couldn't touch the money. Not while iodine Washington alive. Their Washington besides the house that belonged to Reggie and me, and which after his death pass wholly to me. Candace populate with us, merely the property Washington mine, Engstrom property that Washington constantly appreciate with the neighborhood's growth. Devon, iodine asked, my voice trembling, make you hear your mother talk about money organ grandpa's insurance before? Helium nods slowly. Tons of times. She always get very angry when she negotiation about it. Once she stayed on the telephone that she Washington lodged because of us. Every word Washington like Engstrom knife inch my heart. My own daughter plot to killing United States for money. Information. Technology Washington soul absurd, soul monstrous that my mind defy accept it. Merely the evidence Washington all there. The change inch her behavior, the sudden interest inch fiscal matters, the constant question about my will, the business trip that looked to spring up from nowhere. And now this fake cancel trip. She desired to catch United States murder guard. She desired to guarantee we would beryllium home sleeping when the accident happened. What are we departure to do, Grandma? Devon asked, his small voice delivery mained back to reality. Iodine look astatine this extraordinary child World Health Organization have feel the danger earlier iodine did. World Health Organization have salvage our life with his observation and courage. First, we're departure to get evening farther away, iodine replied, start the car engine again. And then we're departure to get evidence. Evidence? Devon asked, confused. Yes, sweetie. Proof that show your mother be planning something terrible, something. We can return to the police. Devon nod gravely. This Washington not Engstrom conversation Engstrom grandma should beryllium have with her grandson. Information technology Washington not Engstrom weight Engstrom child should carry, merely we be inch this together. Information technology Washington just the two of United States against person iodine never would rich person imagine arsenic associate in nursing enemy. Arsenic iodine drove done the night, associate in nursing idea get down to form inch my mind. Engstrom hazardous plan, merely one that might give United States the proof we needed. Devon, iodine said, look astatine him inch the rearview mirror. Bash you remember Mr. Harrison, the doorkeeper astatine our old apartment building? Helium nodded. Wallace Harrison Washington associate in nursing old friend, Engstrom discreet and reliable man World Health Organization have worked for decade inch the building where we populate earlier travel into the house. Iodine think we need to wage him Engstrom visit, iodine said, guidance toward the old neighborhood. Information technology Washington Engstrom hazardous gamble, merely astatine that moment, we didn't rich person many options. We necessitate Engstrom safe topographic point to spend the night, and more importantly, we necessitate aid to expose Candace earlier she could attempt again. The car's clock read 1:20 anti-meridium when we finally reached the old building. My heart thump arsenic iodine park on the analog street, away from the building's security cameras. If Candace Washington truly looked for us, we couldn't leave clues. Stay here for just angst minute, Devon, iodine said, turn murder the engine. Grandma be departure to check if Mr. Harrison be on the night shift, iodine get out of the car and walk quickly to the security booth, stay inch the shadows. The booth Washington lit, and to my relief, there Washington Wallace Harrison, his purse face bent over Angstrom crossword puzzle magazine. Iodine. Tap lightly on the glass and helium look up confused astatine first, then surprised to acknowledge me. Mara, helium stand up, opening the booth door. What are you make here astatine this hour? Wallace, forgive Maine for screening up like this, iodine spoke inch angstrom low voice, look nervously around. But iodine rich person angstrom serious problem. Iodine need your help. The small staff apartment inched the back of the building Washington simple merely cozy. Wallace have populate there since his wife pass away 10 old age ago. Information Technology Washington Angstrom discrete space with Angstrom off-print entrance. Invisible to anyone World Health Organization didn't know the building well. Perfective for what we needed, Angstrom temp concealment place. Devon Washington sitting astatine the kitchen table, sip hot cocoa that Wallace have made. The old doorkeeper watch United States with concern, still processing the incredible narrative iodine have just state him. Mara. Wallace finally spoke, his grave voice breakage the silence. Are you certain about this? It's Angstrom very serious accusation against your own daughter. Iodine sigh heavily. Iodine no, Wallace. Information technology sound like madness. Iodine don't privation to believe information technology myself. Iodine look astatine Devon, World Health Organization keep his eyes repair on the cup. Merely iodine can't ignore what Devon heard, and there are other sign that I'm lone now connecting. Wallace nods slowly, friction his pursed chin. Helium have know our family for decades. Helium have see Candace turn up. Helium have cry astatine my husband's funeral. What bash you plan to do, Ms. Alla? Helium asked. We need proof, iodine replied, my mind still working on the plan that have get down to form inch the car. If we go to the police now with just the testimony of Angstrom's 7-year-old and my suspicions, they won't return United States seriously. Candace be respected. She our angle. Angstrom's solid career. They'll say it's just Angstrom misunderstanding, or again worse, that I'm become senile. Wallace frowned, merely didn't disagree. Helium no iodine Washington right. And where bash iodine fit into this story, Helium asked. I need to go back to the house, iodine said, feeling Devon tense up beside me. Not to stay, merely to expression for evidence. Iodine need to know precisely what Candace Washington planning. And iodine need Devon to stay here safely while iodine bash that. No, Grandma, Devon exclaimed, put the mug down on the table with Angstrom thud. It's dangerous. Ma might seaman back, iodine take his cold little hands inch mine. Iodine no, sweetie, merely I'm departure to beryllium careful. I'm just departure to return Angstrom quick expression inch her office to see if iodine can discover any clues. All beryllium inch and out earlier she realizes. Devon shook his head, crying glitter inch his eyes. Iodine don't privation you to go. Iodine. Don't privation to stay alone. You won't beryllium alone, iodine reassure him. Mr. Harrison volition stay with you, and iodine promise I'll beryllium back soon. You shouldn't go alone. Wallace intervened, concern apparent on his face. If what you say be true, it's excessively risky. Iodine don't rich person Angstrom choice, Iodine replied. If Candace discovery out we know something, she can destroy any evidence, or again worse, she might attempt something more direct. Iodine shiver astatine the possibilities. Iodine need to act now while she still believe we suspect nothing. Wallace sighed, run his hand down his grey hair. Astatine least, lush curry teba main drive you there. I'll delay inch the car on the corner. If you don't see me out inch 20 minutes, I'm career the police. Iodine nodded. Information technology Washington better than departure wholly alone. Iodine privation to go too, Devon insisted. No, sweetie, Iodine state firmly. It's excessively dangerous. Iodine need you to stay here safe. Iodine promise I'll beryllium back. After more insistence, Devon finally give in, merely not earlier caressing Maine with enough force to return my breath away. Promise you'll beryllium careful, Grandma, helium whisper inch my ear. Promise me. Iodine promise you, Iodine replied, caressing his forehead. Wallace lent United States associate in nursing old burner phone, the kind without registration, so we could communicate without exploitation my phone, which Candace might trace. We agree on the codes. One ring, and bent up mean Iodine Washington fine. 2 rings mean trouble. After devising certain Devon Washington comfortable on the small sofa bed inch the apartment with rigorous instruction manual to lock the door and not open information technology for anyone merely us. Wallace and Iodine left heavy-hearted about what Iodine Washington about to do. The splashboard clock read 1:20 ante-meridium when we stopped Angstrom block away from my house. The street be wholly deserted, just Angstrom few lamp post cast hanker shadow on the asphalt. Iodine rich person Angstrom bad feeling about this, Ms. Era, Wallace murmured, turn murder the engine. Are you certain you privation to go? Iodine swallowed, detect the dark silhouette of my house astatine the end of the street. The windows be all dark. There Washington no sign of Candace's car inch the driveway. Iodine don't rich person Angstrom choice, Iodine repeated, more to convert myself than him. 20 minutes, just like we agreed. If Iodine don't seaman back organ call the police. Wallace nod gravely. God protect you. Iodine get out of the car and walk quickly down the sidewalk, keeping to the shadows. My heart Washington pounding soul hard, Iodine Washington certain anyone yard away could hear it. The house Washington silent when Iodine use my key to enter down the back door. Iodine close information technology softly buttocks main and stand still inch the dark kitchen, listening intently. There. Washington nothing merely the low busyness of the refrigerator and the distant tick-tock of the life room clock. Iodine take out the small flashlight Iodine have bring and light the way to the hallway. Iodine necessitate to range Candace's office on the second floor without devising Angstrom sound. Every floorboard that whine nether my foot look like boom inch the silence of the house. Reach the foot of the stairs, Iodine froze. Angstrom's strange smell float inch the air, sweet and chemical astatine the lap time. Iodine sniff again, try to identify it. Information technology wasn't gas. Information technology Washington something different, something that shouldn't beryllium there. Climb the stairs look like associate in nursing eternity, each measure carefully calculate to avoid the stairs that normally creaked. Inch the second floor hallway, Iodine stop inch front of Candace's office door. Information technology Washington lock arsenic Iodine expected. Iodine take out the hairpin. Iodine have fix from my pocket. Old age ago, when Candace Washington Angstrom adolescent and lock her room door during her tantrums, Iodine have learned to choice simple lock like this one. Iodine never idea iodine would use that skill inch angstrom situation like this. After angstrom few tense minutes, iodine hear the satisfied chink of the lock yielding. Iodine push the door open slowly, pray the hinge wouldn't squeak. Candace's office Washington immaculately form arsenic always. Shelf with book on management and marketing, angstrom dark wood desk with angstrom close laptop, angstrom leather swivel chair, nothing out of place. Iodine close the door buttocks main and get down my search. The laptop Washington password protected, sole iodine concentrate on the physical documents. Iodine carefully open drawers, analyze folders, and search every corner for anything suspicious. Information technology Washington inch the 1/3 desk drawer that iodine found something. Angstrom red booklet. Different from the others, hide nether angstrom pile of company documents. Inside be bank statement iodine have never see before, history inch name calling iodine didn't recognize, large money transportation to angstrom certain meter sellers, and most alarming, angstrom transcript of my life insurance policy with handwritten note inch the margin about values and payout clauses. My heart pounded. Information technology Washington real. Everything Devon have here Washington real. My own daughter Washington plotting. Angstrom noise downstairs interrupt my thoughts. The unmistakable sound of the front door opening. Iodine froze. Blood cooling inch my veins. Candace Washington back. Iodine quickly catch my cell telephone and dial Wallace's number. 2 rings. Then iodine hang up. The signal for trouble. Immediately, iodine photograph the most incriminate document with the phone's camera. There Washington no time to analyze everything, merely iodine necessitate evidence. Iodine put option the booklet back precisely arsenic iodine found information technology and hide buttocks the office door, turn murder the flashlight. Iodine hear footfall on the stairs now, decelerate and consider steps. Information technology didn't sound like Candace's firm, travel rapidly walk. Information technology Washington more cautious. Epinephrine billow done my veins. Iodine Washington cornered. If iodine left the office, iodine would beryllium seen. If iodine stayed, iodine would beryllium found when Candace come inch to work inch the morning, or again worse, if she decide to enter the office. Now, the stairs stop inch the hallway. Iodine could hear breathing on the other side of the door. Angstrom shadow travel nether the door crack, blocking the faint hallway light. Person Washington out there standing arsenic if listening. Iodine keep my breath, feeling cold perspiration run down my back. The door handle slowly get down to turn. The office door open angstrom few inch with associate in nursing. About imperceptible groan. Iodine stay motionless, press against the wall buttocks the door, barely breathing. The dark Washington my lone ally. Now angstrom silhouette Washington cast on the office floor. Information technology wasn't Candace. The height Washington different, tall and wider. Angstrom man. The shadows stand still for angstrom few moments. Arsenic if whoever information technology Washington listening intently. Then Candace's voice come from downstairs, smother by the distance. Marcus, be everything clear up there? My heart stopped for angstrom second. Marcus, the lap name that look on the bank statements. M. Sellers. Just checking. Angstrom deep male voice replied, lone angstrom few foot away from me. The house be empty. No sign of them. Iodine state you something Washington wrong. Candace's voice sound annoy now. Closer. They should beryllium here. The plan Washington for tomorrow night after Iodine get back from the trip. Now the timeline be all mess up. Candace's stairs be approach up the stairs. Iodine Washington trap between two people World Health Organization be apparently plot my death. My lone manor out Washington the office window, which open onto Angstrom narrow ledge over the backyard. Angstrom dangerous fall for anyone, deadly for Angstrom 70-year-old woman. Iodine state involve the child Washington risky, the male voice continued, now travel away from the door toward the hallway. Child are unpredictable. Helium might rich person hear something. Impossible, Candace replied, now inch the hallway. Devon never aftermath up earlier 7, and Iodine always talk inch the office with the door closed. Besides, evening if helium make here, World Health Organization would believe Angstrom 7-year-old? Angstrom dull thump come from downstairs, followed by Angstrom smother curse. What Washington that? Candace asked, alarmed. I don't know, Marcus replied. I'll check. You support acquiring her room ready. The man's footfall quickly retreated down the stairs. Candace stay inch the hallway for Angstrom few more seconds. Then Iodine hear her stairs heading to my room Astatine the end of the hall. My mind raced. Her room. Acquiring my room ready. What be they doing? And what Washington that noise downstairs? Wallace must rich person seaman into the house after receive my trouble signal. My old friend try to aid Maine Washington now besides inch danger. Iodine steal out from buttocks the door, travel slowly to avoid devising noise. Done the crack inch the door, Iodine could see the hallway Washington empty. Now on tiptoes, Iodine approached the office window. Iodine necessitate to get out of there and call the police. Not lone Washington my life inch danger, merely sole Washington Wallace's, and most importantly, Devon's. Iodine opened the window with extreme care, avoid any sound. The ledge Washington narrow than Iodine imagined, lone about 1 foot wide. Below, the 20-foot drop end inch the backyard grass. Inch other times. Iodine wouldn't evening see this option. Merely despair be Angstrom powerful motivator. Iodine put option 1 foot outside, feeling the cold morning air. Iodine have to gather all my courage to put option the other leg down the window and balance precariously on the ledge. My joint protested. Arthritis be no joke Astatine 70, merely fear give main associate in nursing agility Iodine didn't know Iodine still possessed. Suddenly, Iodine hear agitate voice downstairs. Angstrom dull thump followed by Angstrom groan. My heart clench arsenic Iodine acknowledge Wallace's voice. They have catch him. World Health Organization else be with you, old man? Marcus rough voice repeat down the house. How make you know to seaman inch here? Iodine couldn't hear Wallace's response, merely the sound of something heavy fall make main shudder. Iodine close my eyes for Angstrom second, silently, beggary my old friend's forgiveness. Iodine couldn't aid him now. Our best opportunity Washington for Maine to escape and discovery help. Iodine get down travel crabwise along the ledge. Inch by inch, my back press against the wall, my finger sees the rough texture. Perspiration run down my face contempt the cold night. Their Washington Angstrom lattice cover inch ivy on the corner of the house. If Iodine could range it, possibly Iodine could use information technology to ascend down to the garden. Information technology Washington risky, merely less soul than jumping heterosexual down. Candace, Iodine found someone. Marcus's voice shout from inside the house. Associate in nursing old guy try to sneak inch the back way. What? World Health Organization be he? My daughter's voice sound distant, approach from my room. Helium won't talk, merely helium look to know your mother. She must beryllium nearby. Iodine freeze on the ledge. They know iodine Washington inched the house. The search would intensify. Iodine no longer have time for caution. Iodine necessitate to act. With angstrom rush of adrenaline, iodine reach the lattice and get down to ascent down, ignore the pain inch my joint and the abrasion from the wooden stakes. Iodine one half slipped, one half climbed the stopping point few feet, landing awkwardly on the grass with angstrom dull thump that sent angstrom jolt of pain down my left hip. There Washington no time to mourn. Iodine stagger to my foot and run arsenic softly arsenic iodine cut across the backyard toward the low wall that divide our property from the Miller family's house following door. Arsenic iodine skewered down the shadow of the trees, iodine hear the office window being opened violently. Angstrom flashlight radio beam brush the yard, about catching me. Iodine duck buttocks angstrom bush, retention my breath. Is anyone down there? Marcus's voice boomed on the night. I'm departure to check. Support the old man tie up, iodine scramble over the wall with difficulty, fall onto the other side into the Miller's yard. Our aged neighbors, World Health Organization fortunately be heavy sleeper and traveling. Iodine run across their lawn, hedge the house, feeling angstrom sharp pang inch my hip with every step. When iodine reached the analog street, iodine Washington already pant for breath. Merely fear keep main going. Iodine get arsenic army for the liberation of Rwanda away from the house arsenic possible. Run done the shadow until iodine reach Angstrom Main Avenue where Angstrom few parallel bars be still open with people on the sidewalk. Iodine catch the burner telephone and dial 911 with shaking hands. Arsenic iodine wait for person to answer. Iodine check the photograph iodine have take of the document inch the office. The proof we necessitate Washington there. Police, what be your emergency? The operator's composure voice sound on the phone. My name be Binham, iodine said. Try to control the tremble inch my voice. Iodine need to report associate in nursing try murder. My daughter be plot to killing Maine and my grandson. For insurance money. She our angle associate in nursing accomplice. And they just capture Angstrom friend of mine World Health Organization try to aid me. Their Washington Angstrom pause on the other end. Iodine could imagine what the operator Washington thinking. Just another paranoid old woman imagine conspiracies. Ma'am, where are you right now? Helium asked, his tone professional merely cautious. On the Iodine 85 service road approach the 500 block. I'm run from my house. Please, Iodine need you to send patrol to 237, Magnolia Lane. My friend Wallace Harrison be inch person danger. Bashy rich person any proof of these accusations? Iodine rich person photograph document and Angstrom witness, my 7-year-old grandson, World Health Organization hear my daughter planning everything. Iodine hesitated, then added, I know information technology sound crazy, merely it's true. Please, there's no time to lose, arsenic iodine spoke, Angstrom patrol car passed slowly down the avenue. Iodine beckoned frantically, still retention the telephone to my ear. To my relief, the patrol car stopped. 2 police military officer get out, approach with timid expressions. The police are here, Iodine state the operator. I'm departure to explain the situation to them. The following few minutes be Angstrom blur. Iodine quickly explained the situation to the officers, screening them the photograph of the document on the phone. Iodine mentioned Devon, safe inch Wallace's apartment and Wallace's own situation, possibly injure and keep hostage inch my house. Something inch my urgency, Oregon the evidence iodine presented, must rich person convert the police. One of them spoke into the radio, request backup, while the other helped main into the patrol car. We'll rescue your friend first, state the aged officer, Angstrom man whose face Washington tagged by old age of service. Then we'll discover your grandson. Can you give United States the demand address of where helium is? Iodine supply the address of the old building and instruction manual on how to range the staff apartment. My concern now Washington that Candace and her accomplice, recognize iodine have escaped, might figure out where Devin was. Would she remember Wallace and our old friendship? The patrol car rushed down the about abandoned street Astatine the hour of the morning. 2 other patrol car follow us, siren silent, lone their light flash inch the night. My heart thump arsenic we approach my house. There's associate in nursing entry down the back, iodine explained to the military officer the kitchen door. Wallace must beryllium downstairs. We stop Astatine Angstrom safe distance. The police ask Maine to delay inch the patrol car while they surround the house. Iodine watched, distressed, arsenic they position themselves, communication via radios. Information technology look like associate in nursing eternity, though information technology Washington probably loan Angstrom few minutes. Then everything happened very quickly. Iodine hear police military officer shouting, freeze, followed by the sound of breakage glass. Angstrom door slam violently, more shouts, Angstrom crash, and then silence. Minutes later, iodine proverb Wallace being helped out of the house by 2 officers. My old friend Washington lameness with Angstrom visible cut on his forehead, merely helium Washington alive. Iodine felt such huge relief that crying streamed down my face. Immediately after, Marcus come out inch handcuffs, escort by 2 officers. Helium Washington Angstrom brawny man with tattoo on his weaponry and Angstrom ferocious expression on his face. Iodine waited, heart pounding for Candace, merely she didn't appear. The aged military officer approached the patrol car where Iodine Washington waiting. The house be clear, ma'am, merely your daughter isn't here. Information technology look she flee out the back when she recognized we'd arrived. Angstrom chill run down my spine. Devin, iodine. Whispered. We need to get to my grandson earlier she does. The patrol car slit down the night Astatine full moon speed, siren blaring. This time, iodine Saturday inched the back seat, my hands distortion with anxiety. Beside me, Wallace, with Angstrom makeshift bandage on his forehead, looked equally worried. She didn't know where we were, Helium said, try to composure me. Iodine didn't mention the apartment when they catch me, merely iodine couldn't beryllium calmed. Angstrom dark foreboding Washington growth inch my chest. Candace Washington smart. She know my old friends, my old habits. If she remember Wallace, she might deduce where to look. When we arrive Astatine the old building, my heart about stopped. The service door lead to the staff apartment Washington Angstrom jar. Stay here, the military officer ordered, drawing his weapon. Merely iodine couldn't obey. Iodine jump out of the patrol car and run after him, ignore the protests. Wallace follow me, limping. The hallway. Washington dark and silent. The apartment door Washington closed, apparently untouched. The military officer knocked 3 times. Devin, iodine called, my voice trembling. Devin, sweetie, it's Grandma. Are you there? Silence. Angstrom silence that pierced my ear like needles. The military officer try the handle. Locked. Helium stepped back Angstrom little. Then Helium lunged with his shoulder, knocked the door down with Angstrom crash. The apartment Washington dark. The military officer enter first, turn on his flashlight, followed by Wallace and me. Helium brushed the small space with the radio beam of light. The kitchen Washington empty. The life room with the sofa bed Washington messy. Devon, iodine name again, panic rise inch my throat. That's when iodine detect something on the sofa bed. Angstrom tear piece of paper catch nether associate in nursing empty cup. Iodine take information technology with shaking hands and read the message right inch travel rapidly handwriting. Ma found me. She state she need to protect Maine from you, that you're crazy and devising up stories. I'm scared, Grandma. Help. My knee give out. Wallace keep Maine earlier iodine hide to the floor. She take him, iodine murmured, stunned. Candace take Devon. The military officer immediately radioed, coverage the kidnapping of Angstrom child. Inside minutes, associate in nursing operation Washington being mounted. Description of Candace, her car, and Devon. Barrier on the city's exits, alert on highway and astatine the airport. Merely iodine no information technology wouldn't beryllium easy. Candace Washington meticulous. She have be planning this for months. She surely have escape path prepared, possibly fake documents, and she know Devon better than anyone. She know precisely what to say to brand him cooperate, evening if loan temporarily. Iodine Washington take to the precinct along with Wallace where we give detail statements. Iodine show the photograph of the documents, tell everything Devon have heard, and explain about the life insurance and Candace's growth greed. The sergeant, Angstrom middle-aged man with deep bag nether his eyes, listened to everything attentively. Reverse to what iodine feared, Helium didn't dainty Maine like Angstrom confuse old woman. The evidence Washington excessively strong, particularly after the accomplice. Marcus' statement get down to confirm my story. He's collaborate to reduce his own sentence, the sergeant explained. He confirmed that your daughter hire him to imitate Angstrom gas leak that would killing you and your grandson in your sleep. Helium Washington to beryllium pay with Angstrom part of the insurance money. I felt nauseating hearing the confirmation of that macabre organ plan. And what about Devon? Iodine asked, my voice breaking. Do you rich person any lead yet? The sergeant hesitated. Not yet, merely we're monitoring all path out of the city. Your daughter won't get far. Merely iodine wasn't soul sure. The hours passed. And every minute without news increased my anguish. Sitting inch the precinct weight room with associate in nursing untouched cup of tea, iodine felt myself ripening evening more rapidly. Wallace Washington beside me, silent, occasionally squeeze my hand in solidarity. His face show worry, merely besides determination. We'll discovery him, misera, Helium state after Angstrom hanker silence. Devon be Angstrom smart kid. He'll discovery Angstrom manner to leave United States clues, iodine nodded, try to cling to that hope. Devon truly Washington extraordinary. His percept and intelligence have already salvaged United States once. Possibly they could save him now. That's when iodine remembers something iodine have overlooked, something Devon have mentioned days ago. Something about Candace and Angstrom's special place. Wait, iodine state sitting up heterosexual inch the chair. Iodine think iodine know where she might rich person take Devon. Wallace and the military officer World Health Organization Washington passed by the room look Astatine Maine expectantly. 2 weeks ago, Devon mentioned that Candace take him to see Angstrom surprise house, angstrom topographic point inch the state angstrom few hours from the city. Helium Washington excite because there be animal and angstrom lake. Astatine the time, iodine idea information technology Washington just angstrom day trip. The Sergeant Washington name immediately. Iodine explain my suspicion. Candace might beryllium fix this topographic point arsenic angstrom safe house where she would flee after the accident that would killing us. Bash, you know where this property be located? The sergeant asked. Not exactly. Devin mentioned information technology Washington approach angstrom small town. Iodine think the name Washington something like Willowbrook, Oregon, Cedar Ridge, something like that. Information technology wasn't much, merely information technology Washington angstrom clue. Research worker get down check property record. Recently get Oregon rent inch town with those type of name calling inside angstrom radius of angstrom few hours from the city. Meanwhile, Iodine received dismay news. Candace's car have been found abandoned Astatine angstrom gas station on the highway heading west. She have probably switched over vehicles. The search Washington acquiring complicated. The clock on the precinct wall read 5:30 inch the morning. Outside, the sky Washington start to lighten slightly. Iodine hadn't slept for about 24 hours, merely epinephrine and fear keep main alert. That's when my phone, which have been returned after forensics analyze the photos, vibrate inch my pocket. Associate in nursing unknown number. Iodine answered, my heart pounding. Hello, Grandma. Devin's small, frightened voice make my heart jump. Devin, sweetie, where are you? Are you okay? I'm okay, Helium whispered. Mama's sleeping right now. Iodine found her telephone and hide information technology to call you. You are so brave, my love. Iodine said, try to support my voice composure. Arsenic iodine madly signed to the sergeant. World Health Organization quickly name angstrom technician to trace the call. Can you tell Maine where you are? It's angstrom house inch the country. Information technology hour angle angstrom lake and tons of trees. We come by car, merely information technology Washington angstrom hanker drive, and iodine sleep angstrom little. When iodine wake up, we be already here. Bash, you see any sign? Any name nearby, iodine can't expression out the window right now. Ma might aftermath up. His voice trembled. She's different, Grandma. She say WYRD things. She say you privation to injury us. Don't believe her, sweetie. I make everything to discover you. Their Washington angstrom silence, then angstrom sound of movement. When Devin spoke again, his voice Washington evening quieter. There's angstrom mailbox Astatine the entrance. Information technology say Riverwood Ranch, Highway 142. My heart pounded. Information technology Washington the hint we needed. Devin, you are amazing. Iodine whispered. Now listen closely. Discovery angstrom safe topographic point to hide. The police are on their way, merely information technology might return angstrom little while. You need to stay away from your mother. Bash, you understand? Iodine understand. There's associate in nursing old barn buttocks the house. I'm departure to hide there. That's it, sweetie. And Devin, Iodine hesitated, feeling my throat tighten. Iodine love you so much. Everything be departure to beryllium all right. Iodine love you too, Grandma, Helium whispered, then inch associate in nursing evening quiet tone. She's moving. Iodine rich person to bent up. The call dropped. Iodine jumped to my feet, relay the information to the sergeant. Inside minutes, Associate in Nursing Operation Washington organized. The state highway heading west have several ranch and property approach Highway 142, merely Angstrom topographic point name. Riverwood Ranch would beryllium easy to locate. You must stay here, the sergeant state arsenic the military officer prepared. We'll go get your grandson and apprehension your daughter. But Iodine couldn't just wait. Devin Washington alone, facing the panic of detect that his own mother Washington capable of harm him and his grandmother. Helium necessitate to see Angstrom familiar face when Helium Washington rescued. I'm approach with you, Iodine state inch Angstrom tone that admit no discussion. Iodine can delay inch the patrol car, Army for the liberation of Rwanda from the danger, merely Iodine need to beryllium there for Devon. After some resistance, the sergeant agree on the condition that Iodine stay Angstrom safe distance away until the situation Washington controlled. Wallace insist on attached to main contempt his injuries. Iodine promised the male child I'd protect him, Helium merely said. And Sol Astatine the first light of dawn, we set murder west inch Angstrom caravan of patrol cars. The sun Washington rise on the horizon, painting the sky with pink and aureate hue that contrast cruelly with the dark inch my heart. During the journey, Iodine couldn't stop thinking about what have drive Candace to this point. My sweet girl, whom Iodine have cradle inch my arms, whom Iodine have watched return her first steps, say her first words. How have she transformed into person capable of coldly plot the death of her own mother and her own son? Money Washington surely part of the answer. Merely their Washington something else, Angstrom coldness, Angstrom disjunction that Iodine have watched turn over the years. Possibly information technology get down after my son-in-law's death. Oregon possibly the sign be there much earlier, and I, blind by Angstrom mother's love, refuse to see them. These bitter contemplation attached to Maine throughout the journey arsenic Iodine watch the urban landscape gradually give manner to fields and small rural properties. When we finally reach Highway 142, my heart Washington inch my throat. Angstrom discreet sign bespeak the entrance to Riverwood Ranch, Angstrom soil road that won't done tree until information technology disappear about Angstrom Bend. The police stopped the patrol car earlier the entrance to avoid alertness Candace. From there on, they would continue on foot surround the property. Wait here, girl Alara, the sergeant state inch Angstrom firm merely kind tone. I promise we'll bring your grandson back safely, Iodine nodded, resigned. Wallace keep my hand arsenic we watch the military officer move away inch tactical formation, disappearance among the trees. The minutes that follow be the long of my life. Sitting inch the patrol car, Iodine strive to expression out the window, try to see something beyond the trees. The police radio crepitate occasionally with code communications that Iodine couldn't understand. Then we hear Angstrom distant shout, agitate voices, and the unmistakable sound of Angstrom gunshot. That single shooting repeat inch the placid morning like thunder, devising my heart stopped for Angstrom second. Without thinking, Iodine opened the patrol car door and get down run down the soil road, ignore Wallace's cry buttocks me. Girl era, seaman back. Merely Iodine couldn't wait. Devin Washington inch there. My grandson, my light, the lone person World Health Organization truly mattered. Iodine run arsenic Iodine hadn't run inch decades, ignore the pain inch my injure hip and my pant breath. Age look to rich person vanished, drive by the epinephrine of fear. Wallace come lameness buttocks me, try to catch up. Rounding the bend inch the road, Iodine proverb the house, Angstrom simple two-story structure with Angstrom wooden porch. About Angstrom 100-yard buttocks information technology Washington associate in nursing old barn precisely arsenic Devon have described. Police military officer be position about the property, weapon drawn. Their Washington motion on the porch. Iodine. Squinted, try to see better, and felt my blood run cold arsenic iodine acknowledge Candace. She Washington pale, disheveled, about unrecognizable inch the fury that falsify her face. Inch one hand, she keeps something that glitter nether the morning sun. Angstrom gun. And with the other arm, she Washington retention Devon inch front of her like Angstrom homo shield. Nobody, seaman closer, she screamed, her voice film editing shrilly down the air. Or iodine curse I'll shoot. The Sergeant Washington position Angstrom few yard from the porch, partially protect by Angstrom tree. Girl Candace, drop the weapon and Lushkari-Teba the male child go. Helium spoke inch Angstrom firm merely composure tone. There be no manner out of here. The house be surrounded. You don't understand. Candace shrieked, her voice cracking. She stole everything from me. My father left that money for me, not for her. She never Lushkari-Teba main touch anything. Always controlling, always order how iodine should. Live. Iodine stand paralyze Angstrom few foot away, hide by the patrol car park Foster up. Her words hit main like stabs. This be how she proverb me. Arsenic Angstrom accountant World Health Organization deprive her of what Washington rightfully hers. Devon Washington pale, his eyes wide with terror, merely queerly calm. His eyes scan the surround area arsenic if look for associate in nursing escape route. Evening inch that extreme situation, my grandson keep the presence of mind that qualify him. Your father left the money for all of us, the sergeant replied, try to bargain time. I'm certain we can resoluteness this without anyone acquiring hurt. Lie. Candace tightened her arm about Devon. She manipulate the will. She always manipulate everything, and now she's devising main expression crazy, devising up narrative that iodine privation to killing her. Wallace finally reached me, gasping. Helium catch my arm, prevent main from advance further. Don't expose yourself, Helium. Whispered. The police know what they're doing. Merely iodine couldn't base still. With every second that passed, the situation looked more volatile. Candace Washington visibly unstable, her eyes wide and wild, the hand retention the gun shaking slightly. That's when iodine detect Devon looked directly toward the barn buttocks the house. His eyes flit back and forth arsenic if try to communicate something to me. Iodine follow his gaze and detect associate in nursing military officer mutely placement himself buttocks the barn, travel to flank the house. Iodine understand what Devon Washington doing. Helium Washington consciously distract his mother, keeping her concentrate on the front of the house while the police position themselves behind. Evening inch that awful situation, my 7-year-old grandson Washington collaborate with the police, screening Angstrom courage and intelligence that left Maine speechless. Candace, iodine called, Pickings Angstrom measure forward, ignore Wallace's desperate pull on my arm. She turned sharply, the gun indicate inch my direction. Her eyes widen when she proverbed me. You, she hissed. How make you escape? You should beryllium dead inch the fire. There Washington no fire, Candace, iodine answer calmly, Pickings another step. The police tensed, merely make not interfere, recognize iodine Washington buying time. Your plan fail because Devon catch everything. Helium salvage our lives. Candace's face writhed into Angstrom mix of fury and disbelief. She looked Astatine Devon, World Health Organization keep her gaze without blinking. You, she whispered to her son. You betray me. He didn't betray anyone, Iodine said. Continue to progress slowly. He just protect the person helium loves. Just arsenic. Iodine always try to protect you, protect. She laughed, angstrom jarring, about hysteric sound. You smother me, always control my life, my money, my dreams. When Dad died, that money should rich person be mine. The money Washington never the problem, Candace, Iodine replied, heaving my voice. Sweetheart, contempt my racing heart. Your father desire you to populate on your own merits, not dependent on associate in nursing inheritance. Helium love you. Iodine love you. Lie, she screamed, the hand retention the gun visibly shaking. If you love me, you would rich person give in Maine what Washington rightfully mine. Inch that moment, Iodine recognized that nothing Iodine's state would convert her. Greed and resentment have corroded her mind for years, possibly decades, transform her into person Iodine barely recognized. Let Devon go, Iodine pleaded, now lone angstrom few foot from the porch. He our angle nothing to bash with this. It's between you and me. Iodine proverb angstrom flash of something, hesitation, possibly evening guilt, cross Candace's face. For angstrom brief moment, information technology look she see my plea. Information technology Washington inch that blink of an eye that Devon acted. With angstrom quick motion that take everyone by surprise, helium spot the arm retention him and lunge sideways, peel murder the porch. Everything happen inch angstrom matter of seconds. Candace shout inch pain. The gun fired, the shooting departure wild into the air, and police military officer advance from every direction. Iodine run the stopping point few foot to the porch, ignore the police officer's cry to base clear. All Iodine could see Washington Devon huddle following to the railing, trembling. Iodine reach him astatine the lap moment the police military officer undertake Candace, coerce her to the land and manacle her. She shout and struggled, unrecognizable inch her fury. Iodine embraced Devon with all the strength Iodine have left, feeling his small body tremble against mine. Helium Washington alive. Helium Washington safe. Grandma, Helium whispered, cling to me. You came. Iodine volition always come, my love, Iodine replied, crying finally peel freely. Always. Over Devon's shoulder, my eyes meet Candace's arsenic she Washington light emitting diode away by the officers. For angstrom moment, mother and daughter look astatine each other across the insurmountable chasm that now separate us. Their Washington no longer fury inch her eyes, lone angstrom abandon emptiness. The woman Iodine have known, my daughter, looked to rich person wholly disappeared, departure lone angstrom shell of what she was. And then she Washington gone, take to the patrol car. Iodine concentrate wholly on Devon, on the miracle of have him safe inch my arms. The sun now reflect high inch the sky, light my grandson's tear-streaked face. Iodine run my hand done his hair, amazed by his courage. How make you know she Washington planning that, Iodine ask softly when we be sitting inch the ambulance that have arrived to check us. How make you pull off to figure out her plan? Devon spot his lower berth lip thoughtful. I always aftermath up early, Grandma. Ma think Iodine sleep in, merely Iodine actually. Just stay still inch bed thinking. Iodine smiled, stroke his face, soul observant, soul attentive to everything. That morning, Iodine hear her on the phone, Helium continued. She Washington talk differently, like she Washington mad, merely try not to show it. Iodine travel to the hallway and listen by the office door. The paramedic complete check Devon's critical sign and give United States some privacy, travel away to talk to the police. She talk about the gas and about United States sleeping. Devon lower his voice, and she state she desire grandpa's money, that she Washington tire of waiting, and that information technology Washington departure to expression like associate in nursing accident. Helium look astatine me, his eyes suddenly aged than his age. Iodine no one would believe Maine if iodine state them. Adult never believe child when it's something important. That stopping point sentence interrupt my heart. How many times have Helium tried to warn Maine earlier with small observation that iodine have dismissed arsenic childish imagination? Merely iodine believe you astatine the airport, iodine state softly. Angstrom's small smile literature up his face. Yes, you believe Maine when information technology mattered, iodine embrace him again, feeling huge gratitude for this small being whose extraordinary percept have salvaged us. The sergeant approach us, his face screening Angstrom mix of relief and concern. Devon and you need to go to the hospital for Angstrom full moon checkup, Helium said. Afterward, we'll need detail statements, merely that can delay Angstrom little. Iodine nodded, grateful for his sensitivity. Candace, Iodine hesitated, still unable to fully procedure what my own daughter have become. What's departure to happen to her? She'll face serious charges, the sergeant replied, keeping his voice low so Devon wouldn't hear all the details. Try worsen murder, kidnapping Angstrom minor, illegal possession of Angstrom firearm, among others. With the accomplice's testimony and the evidence you collected, the case be quite solid. Angstrom profound sadness steep me. Not for the Candace of now. The person World Health Organization indicate Angstrom gun astatine Maine and use her own son arsenic Angstrom shield, merely for the girl she have been, for the daughter Iodine have raised with so much love. Can Iodine see her earlier they return her away? Iodine asked, surprise evening myself. The sergeant hesitated, measure my state. Are you sure? I'm sure, Iodine answer firmly. Iodine need that closure. Helium nods slowly. I'll check, merely information technology volition beryllium brief and supervised. Iodine turned to Devon, World Health Organization Washington detect our conversation intently. Sweetie, Iodine need to talk to your mother for Angstrom minute. Volition you beryllium okay here with Mr. Harrison? Devon hesitated, Angstrom flash of fear crossing his face. She's not departure to injure you again. No, Iodine reassure him. There are police everywhere. We're safe now. Wallace, World Health Organization have stayed discreetly by our side the whole time, step forward. Will beryllium just fine here, champ. Your grandma volition beryllium right back. Devon nod reluctantly, Lise Maine walk away. The sergeant light emitting diode Maine to one of the patrol car park inch the shade of Angstrom tree. Candace Washington sitting inch the back seat, hands cuffed, her gaze doomed inch space. When Iodine approached, her eyes slowly concentrate on me. Their Washington no longer fury inch them. Just associate in nursing huge fatigue and something that look for associate in nursing blink of an eye like shame. Can Iodine talk to her? Iodine asked the officer, guard her. Helium nodded, opening the car door, merely stay alert beside me. Candace, Iodine said, my voice firm than Iodine expected. Why? She keep my gaze for Angstrom few second earlier lowering information technology to the floor. You would never understand. She murmured. Attempt to explain, Iodine insisted. Iodine owe information technology to Devon. Iodine need to understand how you could plan to killing your own child. Angstrom's spasm of pain traverse her face. Iodine wasn't departure to she hesitate arsenic if recognized the absurdity of what she Washington about to say. Astatine first, information technology Washington just about you, the insurance money, the house. Iodine Washington submerge inch debt, mama, more than you could imagine. And Devon, she swallowed. Marcus state we necessitate to include him, that 2 death from angstrom gas leak would beryllium more credible than 1, that if lone you died, the police would immediately suspect me. Her voice failed. Iodine tried to argue that we could just send him away to boarding school, something like that. Merely Marcus insist information technology Washington all Oregon nothing. And you agreed, Iodine said, not arsenic angstrom question, merely arsenic angstrom painful. Realization. Candace didn't respond. Her silence Washington more curse than any confession. Bash you recognize what you did? What you about did? My voice now tremble with incorporate emotion. Devon B. departure to turn up knowing his own mother plot his death for money. What kind of scar volition that leave on him? Crying get down to stream down Candace's face. Tears. Iodine couldn't tell if they be of genuine compunction organ just self-pity. Iodine wasn't thinking clearly, she whispered. The debt, the pressure. Information technology look like the lone manor out. There be always another manor out, Iodine replied. You could rich person state main about the debt. We could rich person sell the house, use part of the insurance money legally. Iodine would rich person help you. You would rich person control Maine just like you always did, she retorted, angstrom flash of the old resentment returning. You would rich person order how and when Iodine could use the money, Iodine sighed. Recognize information technology Washington useless. The falsify version Candace have of me, of our relationship, Washington profoundly root in her mind. Perhaps information technology have always be there, growth mutely while Iodine believe we be close. Your departure to need help, Candace, Iodine finally said. Not just lawyers, merely doctors. There's something interrupt inside you that money could never fix. She look astatine me, her face angstrom mask of defeat. And Devon volition stay with me, Iodine answer firmly. Iodine volition bash everything inch my power to aid him get the better of this, to aid him understand that what you make Department of Energy not specify World Health Organization helium is. Candace nods slowly, arsenic if that Washington expected. You'll beryllium angstrom good mother to him, she states softly. Better than Iodine ever could be, information technology Washington the close thing to associate in nursing admission of conscience Iodine would see from her that day. The military officer bespeak that our time Washington up. Iodine stand up, feeling queerly lighter, arsenic if angstrom weight have be raised from my shoulders. Goodbye, Candace, Iodine said. Look one stopping point time astatine the woman my daughter had become. Iodine hope you discovery peace someday. Iodine turned my back and walked toward Devon and Wallace. World Health Organization be wait for Maine by the ambulance. Iodine didn't expression back arsenic the patrol car drove away. Transport Candace to angstrom future of trials, sentencing, and Iodine hope treatment. Devon run toward Maine arsenic soon arsenic helium proverb me, caressing my legs. Are you okay, Grandma? Iodine crouched down, meeting his eyes. Iodine am, sweetie. Are you? Helium nodded. Gravely. I'm sad merely relieved. It's WARD to feel both astatine the lap time. No, my love. Iodine smiled, travel by the emotional adulthood of this extraordinary child. That be absolutely normal. Inch the days and week that followed, we confront the bureaucratic and emotional whirlwind that follow the event. Statement to the police, preliminary hearings, and consultation with child psychologist for Devon. The medium try to bend our calamity into Engström sensational circus. Merely we pull off to keep some privacy thanks to the Sergeant World Health Organization protect United States arsenic much arsenic possible. Candace Washington formally charge in Washington expect test inch pretrial detention. Her accomplice, Marcus, make Engström supplication bargain, supply details that loan solidify the case against her. Preliminary psychiatric evaluation propose Engström's severe personality disorder worsened by fiscal problem and long-standing resentments. Devon and Iodine temporarily travel into Wallace's apartment until we could discover Engström new house. Engström fresh start away from the grim memory of the old residence. Devon's therapist state Helium Washington adjust surprisingly well see the trauma. His resilience Washington remarkable, although there be night when Helium wake up screaming, haunt by nightmares. On one of those nights, arsenic iodine calm him after Engström particularly bad dream. Devon ask Maine the question iodine know would finally come. Grandma, Helium said, his voice small inch the dark room. Why make ma privation to injury us? Didn't she love us? Iodine Saturday on the edge of his bed, search for the right words. How to explain something so complex and painful to Engström 7-year-old. Devon, Iodine get down slowly. Your ma be sick, not like when person hour angle the influenza organ Engström stomach ache. It's associate in nursing illness that affect how she think and feels. Information technology brand her see the universe inch Engström falsify way. Helium absorb this inch silence, his eyes reflect the weak light of the nightlight. She make love us, Iodine continue inch her own way. Merely that illness make her brand awful decisions. Decision that healthy people wouldn't make. Be she departure to get better someday? Helium asked, his aspirant voice breakage my heart. Iodine don't know, sweetie, Iodine answer honestly. Some people with that illness get better with treatment. Others don't. What Iodine bash no be that you are safe now and Iodine love you more than anything inch this world. Devon nodded, look to accept that explanation for now. Iodine love you too, Grandma, Helium said, caressing me. Thank you for believing me. Iodine volition always believe you, Iodine promised, caressing his forehead. Always. We stay like that for Engström hanker time, embrace inch the dim light grandma and grandson, unite by Engström chemical bond that treachery and danger have strengthened alternatively have broken. Eventually, Devon hide asleep inch my arms, his breathing become deep and steady. Iodine watch his relaxed face inch his sleep, wonder astatine his courage, his perception, his capacity to love contempt everything. The day. Devon pull my arm inch the dark airport parking lot, pleading for Maine not to go home. Helium didn't just save our lives. Helium teach Maine the most important lesson of my life. That sometimes the deep truth semen from the small voices, and that wisdom be not the privilege of age. Iodine Washington 70 old age old when Iodine learned to truly listen. And thanks to that, Iodine now have the opportunity to watch my grandson turn up, to aid him get the better of the trauma, to physique Engström new life with him where trust and love could flourish again. Arsenic Iodine watch him sleep, Iodine make Engström silent promise that Iodine would spend the remainder of my days honoring the courage of that little angel who, with Engström's simple plea, Grandma, believe me, have changed everything. The road ahead would beryllium hanker and sometimes painful. There would beryllium more nightmares, more difficult questions, more tears. Merely there would besides beryllium laughter, discovery, and shared joy. And above all, there would beryllium truth between us, the most solid foundation upon which to rebuild our lives. The sun Washington beginning to rise, sending the first aureate beam down the blinds. Angstrom new day, angstrom new beginning. Iodine adjust the blanket over Devon, and careful not to aftermath him, steal softly out of the room. Inch Wallace's small kitchen, Iodine make angstrom cup of coffee and Saturday astatine the table, observation the city aftermath up outside. Iodine idea about all the morning to come, all the days Devon and Iodine would rich person together. Iodine besides idea about Candace, alone in her cell, confront the consequence of her choices. The pain Washington's still there. Information technology probably always would be. Merely aboard it, something new Washington growing. Hope. Hope that one day Devon could expression back and see not lone the treachery that about cost United States our lives, merely besides the moment helium found his voice. And his courage. Hope that together we could transform that awful night into the start of something beautiful, not associate in nursing end. Because deep down, that's what mattered. Not how narrative begin, merely how we choose to continue them. And ours, mine and Devon's Washington just on the first chapter. You know, when Iodine think back to that night, Iodine recognize something powerful. Sometimes the small voice carry the large truths. Iodine spends 70 old age believing wisdom lone come with age. Merely my 7-year-old grandson teach Maine how wrong Iodine was. Trust doesn't always semen from experience. Information technology semen from love, from truly listening. Life give Maine angstrom painful lesson, merely besides angstrom's second opportunity to rebuild, to love deeper, and to protect stronger. So, if you ever doubt person's stopping point to you, pause, listen, and expression into their eyes. You might just discover the truth wait there. If you agree with Maine and wish my story, show information technology by sending angstrom like to the video. Let's see how many we are. I'm curious from which city in Astatine what time are you listening to me? Write information technology, inch the comments. If you'd like to support my journey, you can send Maine angstrom small donation. Thank you for listening and sharing your cherished time with me. For more life narrative like this, check out the other video on my channel and subscribe. There are 2 new life narrative on screen that I'm certain you'll enjoy. Chink 1 to start listening now. Love,